Hi guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Now recently I put out a question of questions you wanted me to answer about why I became a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I realised about a month ago that I'd spoken to you all about the reasonings how I became a demonstrator, but not the why. And the why is important. The why you become a demonstrator or do anything is different for everybody. So I just wanted to share my why. So I had been around Stampin' Up for a couple of years. I was in a stamp club, so I was actively buying every month. My youngest son was still in preschool, so I was doing lots of things with him during the week, and he was about to go to big school, primary school, at about the age of 5.5. So I went, I want to be doing something with my time, but I wanted to be available for the kids for after school activities. And I went, well, the other reason, sorry, I'll get back onto that point. The other reason was I was starting to feel guilty that my crafting was taking money out of the family budget. Now, I'm very lucky that my husband does a job that is his hobby. So a lot of his hobby related expenses are tax deductible with work. So, but my craft stuff, I'm there going, ew. So I was just starting to feel a bit guilty, and I knew about becoming a demonstrator. So that was a lot of the reasoning. I wanted to do something with my time. I wanted to start to support my craft habit. I'll call it a habit. And my other reasoning was I'd been a teacher at a local craft group. So when on a Thursday night, I was the teacher. I really guided the girls and had a great chat, and they loved watching what I did. And, you know, I'd show them all how to make a card every couple of weeks. They go, can we see that next week? So I'd do that. It was a fairly loose, it wasn't a structured craft group. So I knew I had some customers and I knew I could do some classes. So I certainly joined with a business mind in my mindset that I wanted to do some classes. I wanted to sell the product to support my own crafting habit, and I was thinking, look, I could do something with this. Supporting my craft habit really was my main goal. So in my first year, so some of these questions that I'm going to answer are from you guys, and they are quite specific. So yeah, some of them I have answers for, some of them it's more about my experience. So one of you lovely ladies asked, what were my goals in the first year? Was it about personal spend, discount, or just making my minimums in sales? So I wanted to support my personal spend and get the discount. The 20 starting out as a 20% discount is absolutely amazing. It was going to save me some money. So it wasn't just about personal spend, but I did sell off a lot of my non-Stampin' Up products to fund me starting Stampin' Up, because I knew I was going in boots and all, and I did want to get a variety of products that were current to start my business. So I did a couple of stalls, sold a lot of stuff, and I had a fund to do a couple of big orders as well as fund my joining. So I sort of started with the ground running. I was able to achieve what they call now quick start. I was able to achieve the first level of quick start in the first 3 months of me joining, which got me, I think it got me some points. I can't remember back then. That was 9.5 years ago. So I've been a demonstrator for 9.5 years. I'm still loving it. The things that I love about Stampin' Up, I love the products. I love the friendships that I have created. Some of my best friends in my life, I would not know if it wasn't for Stampin' Up in an indirect way or a direct way. My life I don't know what my life would be like without Stampin' Up and some of the beautiful people. And the fact that I've been able to grow a team in that time, and I love these girls. Some of them, one of my downline is a childhood friend. So we've known each other for 35 years. Yes, and no, I'm not that old. So we did know each other really young. So yeah, I have new friends that I've met through other customers. It's been fantastic. And of course, my customers have come and gone and come back again over the years, but that's the way friendships go and people go in our lives. So sorry, just having a look at my little list here. What do I personally get out of being a demonstrator? I love sharing. I love being able to catch up with people, and my customers that come to my classes are my friends of varying degrees. We all have varying degrees of friends, but they're my friends. I love catching up with them every month for my classes. It's fantastic, and quite often we'll catch up and talk during the month as well, which is great. I also love catching up with my team at our team meetings, and the same thing. We'll catch up during the month if there's an issue, if I've got a question, if I just want to check in and see how they are, how they're traveling towards their goals, how they went running their class. So I do all of that. And as I said, the other demonstrators that I've met in this journey, I never would have met them. I have friends in the US. Some of my very best crafty friends live in the US, and I've never met them. I've got friends in New Zealand, the UK, amazing demonstrators here all over Australia that I wouldn't have in my life, and they hold a very special place, and it's great to have the community of support with the demonstrators. I knew I get crafty friends, but I never expected to get the support and the community, not just with my customers, but with the other demonstrators as well. The question here, how does it add to my life? I think I have just answered that. What have I learnt, and advice I would give to a new demo? I have got a number of these questions, and I will do another video that pertains to how to start your craft stash, and if you're signing up as a new demo, I will do another video. My big thing is you don't need to have it all now. I am a FOMO person, fear of missing out. I am that person to this very day, as my orders of the last week with the new catalogue have told me, but you really don't need to have it all. You can add little things along the way within your budget. It's just within my budget, I could afford to have my list of what I wanted. But that's okay. But you really don't need to have it all. And my advice for my demonstrators is, I'm here. Ask the questions. It doesn't matter how big, how small, how insignificant you feel that question is. Ask. And if I don't know the answer, we have a fantastic demonstrator support team that I refer them to. So one of my longer term demonstrators rang and asked me a question. I said, I don't know the answer. Call demonstration support. She did. She rang me back with the answer and we both learned from it, which is fantastic. What's my best quality talent for supporting my downline? I'm pretty much always available. If not, I'll say I'm at work, or which is, I do have a small other job that I do just on the phones with a small business close to me that I do about 12 hours a week, as well as my Stampin' Up job. But yeah, I try and make myself available, and as I said, just be there for my team, and the same for my customers. If they've got a question, I will try to be as timely as humanly possible to get those answers, because I know I want answers now too, so I can only imagine how they feel as well. How do I balance my family, my job, and Stampin' Up? I am very blessed to have this craft room, and this craft room is right off the living area. So right now, doing this video, I have the door closed and my family is in the house. But when I'm just in here, I may be on the computer doing some family things. I may be writing a blog. I may be making a card. I may be talking to a friend. I've got an ear out for the rest of the family. If they need me, they come in, talk to me, do all of that. I'm just off the main living space. So I find that really works with our family. I take my laptop and work to after school activities with my kids. So I'll write a blog, I'll do some planning, or do some searching of Pinterest and things like that for inspiration for cards when I'm out and about. So I try and use my time wisely when I'm out at those activities. So I'm still there for my family, but I can achieve some things in that time that can quite often feel wasteful, because they're going, I'm watching sport, where actually you're sort of watching, because you can't watch every second, but you're watching and you're there as well as achieving something as well. So my last question was, did I join for a hobby, or did I join to make money? So I didn't join as a hobbyist. I joined to fund my craft habit, and making money on the side has been a nice perk. So in the past year, I did get a sales milestone, and I was very lucky enough to get a bonus for that in cash, and that was actually going to an overseas trip, which unfortunately COVID-19 put a spanner in the works. So I have been able to do that, and I'm able to grab money from classes and stuff like that. If my kids need something, it's just like, here's some money, and if not, it rolls back into my craft fund. But it's really nice to have that independence, and for me, not have to justify my spending. I just need to justify my space. So that's my why. I think I've covered everything. I will be back with another video. I'm sorry this was a bit long-winded, but you girls know me. It's real life, and I do like to have a chat with you all. I'll be back to do more of a new demo, setting up how you buy things, ink pads, cardstock, how I did that, or how I would recommend it, and how I come up with my ideas very soon in a video. Thank you so much for joining me. Check the comments below, because there is a great joining special at the moment. If not, there is our sign-up kit to become a demonstrator. Is fantastic value. It's $169, and you get $235 worth of products, free postage to your front door. So it is fantastic value. If you have any questions at all about becoming a demonstrator, please ask. I will endeavour to answer. My Wicked Woodies team are always looking for new wickedly fun members to join our ranks and join our monthly meetings. So I do an in-person meeting, and I also broadcast that meeting via Zoom and on my Facebook page all at the same time. So it's nice and fun and lots of hilarity. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Bye.